recording this one again because the other one that I recorded was 8 minutes long and it took way too long to download and try to upload again. So I'm going to try to get through this real quick. This is my 2-bit by 2-bit multiplier right here. Okay, just making sure real quick where I'm at. This is the truth table for the 2-bit multiplier right here. This is a circuit drawn out that I did right here. This is, I use 2 half adders for this 2-bit multiplier, and it's cool because I have this. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to do this the first try because I don't know what I would have done if I'd had to redo this. But these lights right here actually correspond perfectly with the placement of the ones and zeros on here. So this C0 is the red light, C1 green light, C2 the second green light, and then our C3 is going to be our yellow light. Alright, so let's get through this. Hopefully this won't be a fast upload. We'll go right through this table. Oh yeah, these are our switches right here. This is A1, or A0, B0, A1, B1. Alright, so this first one, everything's 0. Everything's 0 right here. Our output's going to be 0 for all. Right here, the only thing that's 1 is our B0. So that's right here, B0. And, no output. And then for right here, our only 1 is B1, and we'll have 0 output. So B1 is this last one, 0 output. Okay, our next one is B1 and B0, but they give no outputs. So B1, B0, they give no outputs. Okay. Right here, we have A0, which also gives 0 output. So we go over here, A0, 0 outputs. Alright, so right here we get our first output at C0, which is going to be A0 and B0. So A0, B0. And if you see right here, our C0 is lit up perfectly with what it says right here. Okay, I'm gonna get to our next one. Dang, this is already 3 minutes. Okay. Our next one is A0 and B1, and we're going to have our C1 is going to be the output of 1. So A0 and B1. So A0, B1. Right there. The output's going to be right here. Just right there. It's kind of cool actually. I mean, it was a pain setting up, but seeing it work kind of makes you feel good inside. A0 right here is output of 1, B1 and B0, all outputs. So that's A0, B0, and B1. A0, B0, B1, as these two, they're going to have output of these two, which is going to be right here. Okay, so let's turn all that back off. Okay, so this next one is just going to be A1 with the output of 0. So we go over here, A1 with an output of 0. Okay, that was right there. Okay, for right here, we have A1 and B0 with an output at C1. So A1, B0, output at C1. Okay. Okay, this next one is A1 and B1 output, except this time it's going to be at C2. So A1, B1, or an output at C2. Okay, C2. A1, B1. Okay, so our next one's going to be A1, B1, and B0, and we're going to have two outputs at C2 and C1. So A1, B1, and B0. So right here, we have an output at C1 and C2. Okay, so our next one, we're going to have A1 and A0 give us an output of 0. So A0 and A1, output of 0. Okay, so our next one is A1, A0 is 1, and then an output, or a 1 at B0. So, and we're going to have an output at C1 and C0. So it's A1, or A0, A1, and B0. A0, B0, A1. And here we go. Output at C1 and C0. Okay. Second last one, we have a 1, or our A1 is a 1, our A0 is a 1, and B1 is a 1. We're going to have an output at C2 and C1. So A1, A0, and B1. A1, or A0, A1, B1. Right here, we have outputs at C1 and C2, just like a chart. Alright, and for the final one, we're going to have a 1 on all of them, and we're going to have an output at C3 and C0. I could go and like tell you all the timetables because it's actually pretty cool, and as far as digits go, this tells you the actual numbers. So like 1 1 or A1, that's 3 times 3, and that's going to give us 9. And right, 0 or 1 2 4 8 8 yeah, so it's 3 times 3, and that gives us 9. So if we flip all of them as ones right here, as you see, it displays 1 0 0 1, so it gives us 9. And it's really cool how it did that throughout the whole chart. It literally just told you like the binary number or the answer for these multiplication. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to cut it right there because I don't want it to be too long. Yeah, thank you for listening. Hope you have a good day.